So child, honey, this is too much. This is too much. So basically, the real reason why Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenny Petty, did not want to register as an offender in his new home state, even after being pulled over back in November and was reminded to do so, well, it's because registering would entail that his address be legally made public records, meaning that his wife's would be too. And it has to be his physical address, no rerouting, no P.O. boxes, no subs. It really has to be where he lays his head at night. He is a level 2 offender, which is where board determines that the risk of reoffense is moderate and the degree of dangerousness posed to the public is such that a public safety interest is served by public availability of registration information. And there's no way around it at all, which super sucks for Nicki, being as though she's a whole celebrity. Public figures with public addresses, not cool. No matter where she moves to with her husband, they'll only have 10 days to register and alert the public of wherever his new location is for the rest of her life, or married life to him. Super yikes. But you're not going to believe which fan base decided to expedite the process and leak her address to social media. The Barbz themselves. Whoa. And I can't make this up. Barbz said, people don't have to support Kenneth, even though I think he's innocent. It's just wrong for her own fans to be spreading her address. This person said, some of these Barbz are so effing disgusting. If you love Nicki, you wouldn't leak her address. These are the same Barbz that get so pressed over Doja and Megan being posted too. Grow the F up. I love you, Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry your own fans are doing this. This Barbz said, this fan base is absolutely disgusting. I'll be praying for Nicki's safety. At Nicki Minaj, please leave LA and move to a new address. Even if she does move to a new address, you do know that it would still have to be public no matter where she goes to in this country, right? And please understand that he can't even fly out to anywhere anymore because of this. Matter of fact, he can't even leave his new home state. He is currently under pre-trial supervision and is now restricted to Southern California. It's so bad that he can't even legally use cannabis. The Barbz with common sense were calling out the Barbz who did this. They were basically going back and forth with one another, trying to make it make sense and trying to figure out why some of her own fan base move like they're against her. I mean, I think the Barbz initially started spreading her address out of excitement because they want to go visit her as a stan. They want to show up to her door like ding dong. Ding dong! But showing up to her door uninvited, fan or not, might be a recipe for disaster, especially if Kenny is home. I'm just saying, because y'all know he's always on bodyguard mode, so I think that's a no-no. Now her fans, the ones who are not responsible for the leakage of this address and its spreading on social media, are concerned for Nicki's safety and are telling her left and right to be careful because people are crazy. Also, truth be told, some of these Barbz wanted to teach Nicki a lesson like, see, that's what you get for being with Kenneth. Although he grew on a whole bunch of them by default. From the very beginning, the head Barbz did not like him. They wanted her to be with like a billionaire. And y'all have to remember that her own fan base were the ones who exposed him in his past that day that she posted him back in late 2018 without saying who he even was. They went out their way and dug him up, real name and all that, but before she or anybody else even had a chance to say who he was publicly. It was a simple know the vibes post and they just had to know who he was. So keep that in mind. Let's see. One of the approved head Barbz, who Nicki has showed love to several times before, said, I hate that her address is public now, but she knew what she signed up for dating a person with his background. I find it sick that Barbz are spreading that address though it's public information, but that doesn't mean that you be a part of the problem. I say all this to say it's all Kenny's fault.
It's all Kenny's fault.
Now, this girl said, y'all feeling bad that Nicki Minaj has to put her address on offender registry? She literally chose to marry that man. Are y'all okay? If you think about it, she did get herself into this situation. Or maybe she really believed his version of events and probably didn't think that he was an offender to begin with in the name of wanting to get married so bad. Remember when she was defending him and she said he was 15, she was 16 in a relationship, but go off internet. Y'all can't run my life. Y'all can't even run your own life. Thank you, boo. But okay, here's where it gets really weird. Since the Barbz were upset that the address was leaked, a few of them came up with an idea of just leaking Cardi B's address too. Even though Cardi has nothing to do with Nicki Minaj's husband having to register as an offender for things that he was found guilty for back in the 90s, they decided to try to even the address score. So they posted her address and photos of her brand new house on social media, and guess who got immediate wind of it? Cardi. So she immediately clapped back, as she always does. In a now deleted tweet, she wrote, y'all be DOA or on site legally. Don't even think about it.
Don't do it.
Other Barbz were the ones actually coming to Cardi's defense and telling the other Barbz to just delete the address and to stop it. As you can see, this person said, delete. She has a child. There's a line you should never cross, even if you don't like someone. This is actually wishing. Okay, let's go to the next one. I don't know what's your obsession with leaking the address of people that you hate. I mean, there's a boundary between all this ish and real life, for God's sake. She has a family and a private life outside of this app. You Barbz are the reason why a lot of the general public does not like Nicki. Some of you are part of the reason Nicki had a hate train. Y'all are hella childish. It's ridiculous. You want people to respect Nicki while you disrespect other artists? Very backwards. And literally the reason no one likes y'all, this person said, this too far, delete this. This person said, so what exactly is supposed to happen now? Y'all not gonna pull up? Wait, this is a really pretty house. Finally, a Barb with common sense. Stay you, hun. Y'all sick. She's still a human. Y'all need to stop shaking my effing head. I don't like the woman, but damn, stop this. Y'all gotta grow up at this point. This Barb said, that's dead wrong. Wow, we just see what happened to Pop. Like, wow, hate people fine, but post their address is out of line. I hope that's not real as much as I can't stand her. This is crazy. Delete this. Cardi nor the Bardi gang have anything to do with Nicki's address getting leaked, and she might be a bad person, but she has a child, and you're putting that child in danger. Can y'all delete this? Nicki's address is out there too, and we all know what happened the last time someone's address got leaked. I don't care how much y'all dislike her, this is not okay. Especially when we were the ones to leak Nicki's address in the first place. Delete. She has a kid at home. This is not okay. I mean, they kept on going and going and going. Like, you know, coming to Cardi's defense, like, just stop it. It's not that deep. She has nothing to do with Nicki's situation, period. But it gets worse. To further tick Cardi off, some Barbz decided to order Domino's pizza to her house under her name with the option for her to pay cash upon delivery, and they really did it, y'all. They posted the screenshot proof. Man, oh man, I simply cannot. I'm pretty sure Cardi saw what they were plotting online and just didn't open the door. And to add insult to injury, this Barb said, ding dong, must be the pizza I ordered. Bruh. Why? I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. But why are they like this? Oh my God. Okay, I'm back. The driver's name was Chloe, and no, Cardi did not go live after. She had to self-control herself because then she'd be giving them the reaction that they want again. But what they're doing is a very dangerous game. Like, you cannot play with folks' locations. Just stop it. And what I will say, as far as the offender's addresses being publicized legally, I think it's a great thing. I was going to go into detail, but let me just shorten it instead. In my adult life, I've lived next to 2 sex offenders, unbeknownst to me, until it was too late. The first time, I found out over a year later. The second one, I found out 2 or 3 months in, and I found both out randomly. So of course I was pissed and am pissed because, like, had I known, I would have never moved here. But on the flip side, at least I know what I'm up against, just in case. So knowing that you're in residential proximity of such people helps you take certain measures. Like, for example, you might want to get an alarm system, maybe surveillance cameras, whatever. But at least you know. It's like the coronavirus, right? They have to warn you about it or it's immoral. Even though the vast majority don't typically check to see if there's sex offenders in their area or on their block, the ones who do with young kids have a right to know so they can move accordingly. And since housing discrimination is illegal, others have a right to be warned when these types of folks move into their neighborhood. Am I right? So yeah. Since his arrest, Kenneth Petty has officially registered, in case you're wondering. And yes, Nicki Minaj's address was bound to be public as it is now, but what the Barbz did was expedite and magnify the process. They put it out there a day or so before it was reported now public. Do remember that this happened Saturday the 7th, and her addy was not reported out there until like the 8th. And don't get me wrong, every celebrity's address is low-key already public. As a matter of fact, everybody's, period, even you and me. But the difference is no one is checking for you and me, or even for these celebs either, besides paparazzi who simply want to catch them leaving home. But what Nicki now has to do because of this man she willingly married is different. The way her address now has to be posted is extra publicized. It's like being in prison in your own neighborhood. All eyes will be on you, especially since you're Nicki Minaj, and have a man with such charges and a body to his name. And as far as Cardi goes, y'all know when artists buy new homes, it always becomes big news half the time, right? So it was already out there too. And not to mention, Cardi was posting about it herself not too long ago on her stories, showing the inside of her home when she was about to buy it, saying that it was perfect for her family or whatever. So a simple search gave them the location, which they only thought to do because of what Nicki is going through.
Don't do it.
What are y'all thinking overall? Leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more. Like and follow facebook.com/PetTeaBlog, and don't forget to hit that bell to join the notification gang.
Hold up.
Wait, hold up. Guess who's having a shirt sale, y'all? TalkYoShirt.com. All the shirts are on clearance to make room for some new designs, so get them while you can. There's only a limited inventory, okay? The shirts have some positive messages, and most importantly, you'll be supporting a small black business. As you can see, the shirts are prepackaged and ready for shipment. There's no waiting around. You will definitely receive your tracking number within 2 to 24 hours. Guaranteed. There's no playing with your orders, okay? So what are you waiting for? Shop at www.talkyoshirt.com. That's TalkYoshirt.com. PetTeaBlog.com. Signing off.